Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and we are doing a discussion for Atlantis Rising Monstrosities, the expansion that took the longest amount of time to ever be made.
What? I thought that was KDM.
I guess KDM, technically, those are expansions, so you are correct. Yes, if you heard bad things about this expansion, it could always be worse. You could have spent like hundreds of dollars and still not have your stuff. But for some weird reason, I have not done any research into this, so let me know in the comments because I'm very curious. I don't know why this expansion took so long to come out. But it's finally here. I think they were actually asking for additional money in other countries.
I was about to say, it could have been like a funding thing.
I think it was a COVID thing as well
I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Other people have gotten theirs both kickstarted and to market and in people's hands.
Right.
In shorter time.
Right. And I'm a huge fan of Atlantis Rising. I think it's a really solid co-op where everyone contributes. A lot of things to do in the base game, so when they announced an expansion, I was like, awesome. And now that it's out, I don't really like it. I actually really don't care for the expansion.
No.
Like,
overly complicated and really doesn't add much other than complication.
More clarification on cards.
yeah.
Which leads to more complications. But yeah, just complicated in general.
That's in all their rulebooks.
Right.
And I just think that there's already just so much going on that it's kind of like, what else are we going to run into?
Yeah, exactly. So the base game of Atlantis Rising already had a ton of the technologies you can build, tons of special misfortune cards that go in the misfortune, tons of library and artifact cards. So it gave you enough variety to play the game.
Yeah,
and
difficulty levels.
Exactly.
Different player counts and some scaling.
Right, tons of different character player powers that you can do. So it already had enough in the box. So if this was an expansion that just added more, and in some cases it does, like there's more characters to play as, there's more technologies, more library cards, but all of that is just muddied. Like a lot of the character classes, like it's not just a plug and play. Like you have to, it's like, oh, I want to play
specialized to work with this set of new rules that aren't fully compatible with a base.
Right. It's not... It feels like it wanted to be a modular expansion, but it doesn't flow like a modular expansion, you know? Yeah. Where it's just like, I guess some small spoilers, but like Rise of Fenris or other expansions are like, Alhambra. Oh, I just want to add this one thing.
Right.
And it's like, boop, okay, now I play the game. Yeah. Here, it was like some monsters added magic items, and then it doesn't really tell you what to do with other magic items. Yeah. A lot of the allies were hyper-specific that you only wanted, and you only got in one specific way, so it's just kind of like all off to the side. It just feels like a jumbled mess of stuff that they didn't clarify how you incorporate it into the game.
Yeah. Either that or, and I'm trying to remember other games that have done this, but it's a completely separate game that uses some of the same basic pieces from the original game.
Yeah.
But I don't see if they can really blend at all because some of the characters and some of the monsters have some specific, the allies have some specific things that I don't, off the top of my head, I don't see fitting in with the original game.
No. And the other thing, it's called Monstrosities, but there's only 3 monsters. It's like, you have Medusa, you have Harpies, and then, I've already forgotten their names, Sisyphus and Chlamydia.
Scylla and Charybdis.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Brett, sure. It's not syphilis and Chlamydia. But
prove me wrong.
So you only have 3 monsters, and you're kind of like, all right. It's not necessarily that interesting.
Yeah, it's just another annoying stumbling block.
Right. Because the game is already extremely difficult. Like, not only is it constant misfortune cards and constant flooding of tiles, where you have to be extremely efficient with resources and maneuvering your workers, now
and the frustration of dice rolling without very much mitigation.
Yeah, you have to very specific characters that can mitigate. Like the first game we played with just the base, it was like, oh man, this is nice. Oh, and all their success. Oh, cool. Will you let us re-roll? And then this game, whenever we were doing the expansion, it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna use. And don't get me wrong, I thought the characters were really cool.
Oh yeah,
but that's all I really liked.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they're just there because it's not like it's not a new way to win.
Right.
It's just, oh, okay.
It's more ways to lose.
They're just in the way. Yeah. Like Medusa freezes people and just like clogs up spots and kills your workers. So then you're like, okay, well, I guess we'll work our asses off to defeat her. What do we get? Oh, her as an ally? Oh, that's cool. What does she do? Oh, nothing. She does a city location that is flooded, so we can't even go. I don't know.
Yeah, we did benefit from it, but it wasn't much.
It felt like
it wasn't worth fighting for.
Right. It almost feels like you're benefited mainly from just removing her than what you actually got. So then it's like, well, why play? Why play with them?
Yeah.
If it's already everything's against you anyway, why add unnecessary just complexity for complexity's sake? I mean, I'm all for having more special misfortunes and other stuff. I'm theoretically fine with the allies, but the other way to get the allies just feels like it's another middle finger. Like, hey, at this location, for you to get the giant, you basically have to fail in this location. Mm-hmm. Like, because it raised the result by 2.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, all those are 6s, so I guess I'll just not get that.
Or 7s.
Yeah. Just to get an ability that's subpar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found the allies very lackluster. I don't like the monsters because they're not interesting enough.
Yep.
Which is called Atlantis Rising Monstrosities, so those should be the focal point, and they're not that great.
Yeah, and they're optional anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're completely optional. This is an expansion that's like, I guess if you're completely bored out of your mind with the base game, you're gonna get stuff.
Yep.
To me, it just feels like it just doesn't fit that well for me. Like, it just... I know, maybe it's just because I didn't know, like, the original, legend of, like, Atlantis or, like, where it came from. It just doesn't mesh to me.
Yeah.
And also, like, again, it just was very unnecessary.
Yeah.
And if I was genuinely, like, waiting for this, like, waiting to see what it was about, and it took that long, I'd be offended.
I forgot about it, honestly.
I didn't even know we had this game.
Atlantis Rising.
So...
yeah, no, it's definitely been a game I like, but for some reason, I kept thinking it was more complex than it was. So I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of a heavier co-op game. But then on replaying it, I was like, I don't know why I thought that was harder. Like, it's very straightforward.
Yeah.
Well, weren't you saying it was one of your earlier games, maybe your first modern
co-op
that you played?
No.
Or at least it's been a long time.
This is actually, that's the second edition. There was a earlier edition that was also, from what I heard, kind of all over the place, and this is clearly a better rendition of the game. But God, yeah, when did this go on Kickstarter? I think it was Kickstarter anyway.
Well, I was just thinking, I mean, it's a difficult, lots of mitigation, lots of cooperation, planning together.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, so not quite 3 years. It successfully funded November 20 of 2020.
So during COVID.
COVID, so
they already knew all the complications and delays.
November of this year, it would have been 3 years.
So 2.5.
Yeah. I don't know. It just I don't think it works. I think, especially with co-op games and expansions, you have to either add just more of the same, like, hey, here's just more content like Elder Torah does, or you have to be able to add it into the game that it's not overwhelming. Like, I thought adding the monsters and stuff overshadowed the strategy and tight nuances of the base game in a way that I just didn't find enjoyable. Mm-hmm. Like, when you add expansions and the modules from Pandemic, for example, like the mini lab thing, that's like a whole other thing, but that's all you add. Or you add the hinterlands on the side, and that's its own other thing. But enhances the base game. Expansions should always enhance the base game,
Right.
not be like, okay, so well these cards mention magic like items. Well, I know we have one for that, but are we supposed to have others out, or like what? It's like,
Well, and so the alchemist and the potions.
yeah,
We couldn't tell what you do with a potion once you use it.
Right.
Now, it's written clearly in the rule book, but it's sort of like, oh, here's an afterthought.
yeah, right.
It's almost an appendix in the rule book
Yeah.
of a critical rule that you must know to play this character.
Exactly,
Because it's
and
in the rule book. Where it is in the rule book is, yeah.
exactly. That's a huge thing of like, and we're seeing that with other games. Zach and I had a huge problem with the Witcher rule book, where it's like on the player. Oh, we were there on the player aid. It had a very critical multiple rules that were just not in the rule book. It's like, how'd you get it on the player aid but not in the actual rule book? And yeah, the alchemist is a great example. I mean, he only has 4 potions, so he's not super exciting, but on his card, it doesn't say what you do when you use it.
Right.
In the rules, somewhere, it does say, oh, it goes back into his lab, you can go get it. Okay, well, that's nice, at least I now know. But the channeler specifically tells you what to do with his spirits.
Yeah.
When you run out, or when you can spend a mystic energy to get them all back. Oh, okay, now I know what to do. You don't want to be hunting in a rule book for... It's just fiddly. Like, setting it up, organizing it, because it almost feels like it wanted to be a standalone expansion, especially with how they organized it.
Yeah.
If you have the base game, I mean, you need the base game. It's not a standalone expansion. But it's kind of a waste of stuff, because it does not fit, unless you don't mind having 2 boxes. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Nope, that's the base game rulebook. So, yeah, I mean, it added the locations. Who gives a shit? Those were just over there. Like,
Well, they came in handy a couple of times, but one came out too late.
one was meant to be there, and others came out if you happen to get one specific card.
Yeah, so that's what I'm finally coalescing to. Is I'm putting my finger on. I don't have a particular problem with it as an expansion, except that everything is so specific and so situational that it won't come up, or may not come up until the end when it's useless.
Yeah.
And instead of here's a general thing, monsters do change the strategy of the game, but they really just get in the way. They don't enhance gameplay at all.
Yeah.
But everything else is, in order to do this, you have to go onto this tile and roll 3 3s in a row, and if you don't, then you can spend your mystic.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's, yeah, I mean... That's mainly it. That's just what it mainly adds are 3 monsters, 10 allies that...
may not come up ever.
Yeah, you may never get them. I mean, you are guaranteed to try to get them, because they're going to be shuffled into the Misfortune deck. Only specific ones, some in the library, and if you happen to get the thing that lets you recruit one for free, then you just have it. But they're also hyper-specific. The Phoenix makes one peninsula
More effective.
slightly better.
Yeah. And Medusa as well.
And Medusa, and they all were kind of like that. The Giant was like, oh, you roll 2 dice and divide the result by the targeted location and get that many resources. Oh, well, that's going to be really bad in, like,
By the
turn
time
2.
you get it.
Yeah. Unless you build that thing, get her immediately, and then you're like, hopefully I can use the 2 location, like this location, so I can, and I roll high. I don't know. It kind of sucks because I just have this expansion, and it's like, do I keep it? Like, there's some stuff I liked, mainly the characters. I thought all 4 were really cool.
Yeah.
There's only 5 in the game with the Adept. At the start of each round, your leader is in play. Gain 1 Mystic Energy. Atlanteans on the tile with your leader gain these uses for Mystic Energy. For 1... you can transmute a resource. Or cancel a basic flood targeting the tile for 3. That's pretty cool. But that's always kind of been one of the best things about this game. I thought the character abilities are always neat. Yeah, I don't know. Because I can't use all the text, because some of them are very specific on monsters or allies, so it's like, well, they're not generalized enough.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I can't really use the expansion, so since I don't like most of it, I guess I won't keep it. I don't know. You guys got anything cool, Kat? Did you love it?
I loved it so much I didn't say a word during the review.
I know. I was aware.
I mean, like, no. it was less than fine.
Yeah.
It just wasn't, I just don't think it was necessary. I just
Yeah.
don't think it was necessary. Like, playing it back to back especially, you're just like, this really didn't enhance anything. If anything, I'm just like, are we done? Like,
Yeah. It actually, you're right. It prolonged it, like, longer. You do end up playing Atlantis Rising with other shit in the way. Because it doesn't change it. I mean, some people might like that. It doesn't change the fundamental core of Atlantis Rising,
which is good.
Yeah, but it doesn't also provide really any other unique challenges like alternate win conditions, ways that the gods are wrathful.
That is true.
It's like, instead of adding monsters, why don't you make the gods present? Like have like
Zeus come down and just
Zeus, who has like
molest
he has. Like, have gods who just have, like, an overarching thing that changes something about the overall game.
Poseidon would be
Poseidon would be great. That would have been yeah.
Actually, I can picture that, not specifically enough, but like each round maybe a different god has a different influence, and that is very, very thematic.
Well,
Yeah,
that'd be
especially
really
because
cool.
that's the whole point of why Atlantis is sinking. Have you ever played Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu?
Yes.
That
That's the one that I own.
Oh, okay. That one's great, and that one over rounds a different god comes out and changes just a one rule, and it's like, oh god, I really hope that one doesn't come out. And okay, how are we gonna deal with that?
Yeah.
That would have been way better. Like, generalize the, like, just give you more characters. These characters almost, like, I mean, I'm fine with, like, having a location that's specific to him, like, or the influence artisan
yeah.
person.
Yeah, because I did like that. Like, that was cool.
Yeah. It's like they knew that they were going to overcomplicate and make it extra difficult.
Yeah.
So then they added in mitigations.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Right.
you know, this character can ignore one complication
Yeah.
around.
It's like, oh,
This character can basically gather wild
Yeah.
resources.
Like,
Yeah.
like, you will get a resource and you can make it whatever.
yeah, it's like they
I
made
didn't
it.
have to roll for it. I just had to go there.
Yeah, you just have to go, and then it's like, okay, well, Medusa's kind of a pain in the ass. You can only defeat her using the shield. If you don't have the artisan, good luck. So you almost have to meta play this, which I don't like.
Well, when we do that with Pandemic, though, it's like you have to have.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was going to say it was like you have to have the, and then I forgot who it was.
The medic or
Yes.
the scientist.
Okay.
I only specifically pick characters whenever we do like all expansions of Pandemic, because otherwise it's like you're not winning anyway. But at least we have the best possible team to try.
You get like one character that's just like, oh, good, they study scat.
Yeah.
Like, great.
Yeah, that one I usually randomize characters, but yes, there are Dream Team better characters in co-ops, but yeah, it's like, so you like what they should have done is just have more of these, more special cards, more library cards that you just add. There's no weird setup, no weird nothing. You just shuffle it into your core game, and then you have a deck of gods that just, as this Wrath of the Gods track increases, you're adding more rules to deal with. Like, oh man, I really hope it's not, and yep, it's Hades. What's he gonna do?
Right.
And if you wanted allies, like, the allies could have been cool, just not useless.
Yeah.
Not be a meeple. Like, just be another ability you have. Maybe a really powerful one-time, like, fucking, oh, the unicorn negates a god's power. It's a mystical creature. But alas, they didn't do any of that.
Or Pegasus. You can move your Atlantean to another location after the flooding.
Yeah. Which actually, that was one of his potions, was when your tile floods, you may take your action and then relocate to another tile or location.
There you go.
But that's the problem, is he only had 4 potions to play with. It's like, oh man, okay, he's kind of boring now. Don't really use his abilities. At least he had 6 that were specific, and he was my favorite out of it. It's like, oh man, okay, I want to really get some stuff at the forest, so I'm going to play the character that I roll both 2 dice and keep the higher one. Everyone, come with my leader to that location so we can benefit from that. And then your leader just completely negating special whatever they were called. Special misfortunes.
Misfortune.
Yeah. Art's fantastic for what they added. Like the allies, I think, all look cool. The monsters look cool. The special misfortune cards they added all look cool. But it's Vincent Dutrait, so I expect nothing less. Because he's probably my favorite artist in
beautiful. What else
the
did
hobby.
he do? Because it surprised me, because I originally did not like the cover art.
Yeah. You like it now?
It's fine. I personally am not like a sci-fi fan, so anytime I see something sci-fi, I'm just like, yeah.
Interesting. You consider this sci-fi? Because there's
Stargate Atlantis was.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Weirdly enough, yes, mainly because I don't know why. I guess
because of tech.
Yeah.
Tech,
Yeah, I could call it that.
And it feels like, because we're portaling out, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess it is based off technology. And you're right. I mean, I guess I would have assumed fantasy, but
Yes.
it's probably more
it's ancient
sci-fi.
history versus...
Yes, and also-
Yeah, it's not future.
Yeah.
But what else has he done?
He's done, actually, I have a top 10 list. He did the Tenpenny Parks. He did Heat. He did the cover of Heat.
Beautiful.
I'm drawing a blank.
No,
but
you're good. I just wanted a few examples just to see if I recognize. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, he's a wonderful artist.
Yeah, I'm actually not really bummed they just didn't do a Gods expansion. I was like, that's such a missed opportunity.
Hey, the decade is young.
Exactly.
Yeah, just
still
wait
be
another
working on
2.5 years.
Well, we just need one more pandemic, and they'll introduce it.
And then they'll go on Kickstarter again. I don't know. I'm pretty sure people have checked out on this company for a lot of their games,
That's fair.
Just for their rule books.
their rule books, or their expansions. So, anyway, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you guys give Atlantis Rising Monstrosities? Sorry, Atlantis Monstrosities Rising.
Yeah.
It actually works both ways.
I'm gonna give it a dangle 4.
4.
Yeah.
Slightly below average.
Yes, because I said it was less than fine.
That's true. What would you give the base game?
Base game, I'm gonna stick it at a gosh darn 8.
8. Wow.
I think it works really well as a co-op because it is legitimately challenging, and you are having to actually think about where you're going and what happens if something gets flooded. So, yeah.
Okay, Brett.
Okay. So just the expansions. Now I am coming at this from an angle of I did not buy it and I did not know about it, so I was not looking forward to it. So I'm not disappointed. That's why I'm going to go 6.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It's got a lot of good stuff to it, but it has some serious flaws.
Okay. What would you give the base game?
I'd like to play it a couple more times to be sure.
I feel like base game 3? I really didn't like it, but I liked all the
Do you have a
expansion.
lighter? Because I'm just gonna get rid of it.
No, it's waterproof.
Okay, so here's the weird thing.
It's not.
Now that I played it a few times, while I'm playing it, I'm not feeling like, wow, this is exciting. I'm really enjoying this. This is great. But everything worked out well, and it was difficult, and it did take all of us figuring out and where to move and where to do stuff. So, as that type of game, I gotta say probably 8.
Yeah.
I'd say 8 for
It's a cooperative worker placement, really.
Yeah.
Which you don't see a lot of.
yeah.
And I had forgotten that was an aspect of it. This is not a game I play a lot, but I'm glad I kept it, because I do enjoy Atlantis Rising a lot. I'll split the diff. I'll give the expansion a 5. I think the things that I do like. There's nothing I hate. And again, it's an expansion. It wasn't expensive. I backed it. This was obviously when I was backing a bunch of stuff. So whenever, I was like, oh man, well, yeah, it was an expansion supposed to come out for this. It was never at the forefront of my mind, so I wasn't throwing a huge fit. It was like, oh hey, it's finally shipping. I don't really like most of it. I will most likely, if I do decide to keep it, will never play with any of the stuff. But yeah, I mean, Atlantis Rising, I'd also give an 8. I've done a run through in the discussion of the original game years ago, but it's been years. So yeah, I mean, definitely go check that out. But I don't know how relevant it is anymore. But yeah, I'd agree. The base game is an 8. But that's it. Cool. That's our thoughts on Atlantis Rising Monstrosities. Let us know what you think of the expansion in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.